could not worse. Now these facilities needed to be evacuated. With California's strict seismic building codes, how could this happen? How could almost all level 1 trauma facilities be rendered useless at such a critical time? Shut down not because the buildings failed, but because the mechanical systems that kept them alive failed, as systems that provided air circulation and temperature control were rendered useless by the quake.
Air supply in a hospital, it's a critical component of the whole hospital's functionality.
The first 72 hours following a major disaster are so critical for the recovery. If you can't operate your surgery units because something failed, you're not doing your job as a hospital owner.
The government agency has a much stricter certification process now.
It all comes about from the Northridge earthquake. They decided that a building just doesn't have to stay up, it has to have functionality.
In 1994, shortly after the devastation created by the Northridge earthquake, a new bill was signed into law. Overseen by California's Office of Statewide Health Planning and Development, better known as OSHPD, this law introduced stricter regulations to ensure hospital equipment remained functional during and after damaging quakes. No longer were mathematical models enough. The agency now required HVAC units to run the gauntlet of forces delivered by earthquakes. On June 11, 2019, at the Pier Testing Labs in Berkeley, California, Nortec Air Solutions is placing the largest coil ever to the test. The coil alone measures 195 inches wide and 114 inches high. When filled with water and with dampers and enclosures attached, this unit weighs in at over 16,500 pounds and is now mounted on the largest earthquake testing system of its kind in North America. Sensors have been placed on the shake table and throughout the unit to ensure that it will be subjected to enough force to validate compliance. Present to witness the test are officials from OSHPD, True Compliance, and Nortec.
None of our competitors have ever shaken anything this large.
It's very tough to engineer for an earthquake, and Nortec has put in a lot of hours.
We've spent millions, so as far as expensive, it's expensive, but yet it means a lot.
It is somewhat similar to the strongest motion measured at the epicenter of the Northridge earthquake. Over 3 times the force